in 경기장 도시형.
All right, guys, here we are on Teldrim Alter, and in the upper left part, trying to come back, get the momentum back for Team Prime. Is their blue Protoss player? It is Classic.Prime. And down at the bottom right in the red from Team Liquid, winning 3 games already in this Team League match, playing really impressively, it is Liquid TLO.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It has been a pleasure to watch TLO so far. As he's really stepped up his game and has been playing some great matches.
Yeah.
Still has his work cut out for him, though. Even Prime's lesser-known members are certainly incredible players. And Classic, the sort of player who may have been primed just primed.
I see what you did there. LOL.
To snipe a Zerg player. Oh God, I'm just gonna stop. Please talk. Please talk. Please talk.
That's right. Well, TLO is probably kept well hydrated for this matchup as well. I can't do it. I don't know, it's tougher with that.
Why you mock me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Classically primed. Yep.
Oh boy.
Classic.
Well, I'm never gonna live this one down, folks.
I love the Korean players' names. Classic.
Yes.
He's just like, yeah, I'm a classic. It's like, what are you a classic of? I'm a classic StarCraft 2 player. I don't know, was he? I'm not sure if he played any Brood War or not. I don't think he did.
No, I'm not sure.
I don't know for sure. Maybe someone on Twitter can tell me at Gosudoa or at Cat's Pajamas SC2 or both. Let us know. But I'm pretty sure Classic is new to pro gaming. You know, StarCraft 2 I think is his first game, although a lot of those other players have been War 3 pros and things like that too, so I'm not 100% sure, but haven't heard of him from those games yet myself.
We'll see what he ends up doing here, as we do see a Forge out right away. We'll see if he drops down the Nexus shortly thereafter. Cannons first. His opponent, on the other hand, though, does have, well, actually running that probe down quite far for a little while. We'll see what he tries to do in return, but TLO does have a spawning pool coming up, just 1/3 of the way finished right now, and TLO making sure that he has vision all around his hatchery just in case of any sort of shenanigans.
Oh yeah, well that's definitely a good thing to do too. I mean, this map is so easy to cannon on. There's so much space behind your mineral line. You've got the low ground right there, so yeah, a lot of Zerg players are pretty attentive to things like that. In fact, I think wasn't it just the other day where there was that there was the Destiny versus In Control match. I think In Control cannoned him on this map.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
so it does still happen quite a bit.
Yeah, best of 7 between those two players if they appeared on Scanner Sweep. So we bring players on Scanner Sweep, and then show matches just naturally happen around them. I'm sure there was nothing else that dictated that was going to happen. No.
I don't think so.
Impossible. Probably because they were so close in the power rankings, actually.
Could be. Well, that's definitely true. Good match with those IPL power rankings, man. I mean, it's pretty cool to see that stuff.
Yeah, head over to IGN.com/IPL. You can click on our stats and rankings and check out a whole load of stuff we got going on. It's pretty cool, actually. Really neat database. But, all right, enough advertising. Back into the game here as we have 2 gas up for Classic. We'll see what sort of tech route he takes, but this is a super late photon cannon. Realized he wasn't going to take any sort of pressure and waited on that for quite a while.
Yeah, using that cannon as part of the wall off too, that's not something we see a lot of players do, just because it makes your wall pretty vulnerable, actually. I mean, so it's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know a ton about walling off as Protoss on this map, but normally you don't see the cannon used as such, so I wonder if he might have made a little bit of a mistake there and had to kind of compensate for it.
And double gas now for TLO.
Yeah, we're going to see a very different game from him this time because, remember, on the Daybreak game, he had the ability to take that fast third, whereas this game he doesn't have that ability. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do in this situation where it's still a big map, but he can't get that really fast third base.
Very true. Looks like they're using, IPL version of the map, and TLO
he
chasing
wants
down
to kill that probe.
Really wants to kill it, gets it, loses some mining time, but does kill it. And did he stop it before it was able to see second gas? He did, as a matter of fact. So, oh wow, and actually starts layer tech as soon as the probe is killed. So, TLO certainly hiding some tech from his opponent at the moment.
So, quicker double gas, quicker layer tech, 4 gas, in fact. Or is that 4 or 3?
It is 4.
That is 4. Okay, 4 gas, Teldrim Alter. I don't know, man. This is kind of adding up to Mutalisks.
Well, we'll find out.
I don't know. I might be completely wrong, but you've just seen Zergs just dominate so hard on this map with Mutalisks. you know that other Zerg players are out there watching this and being like,
of course,
yeah, maybe this is something worth doing. So we'll see.
Well, Lair Tech's about 15-20 seconds away, so we'll get a glimpse of his tech afterwards. 4 gas now up for Classic as well, but he's just going after 2 more gateways and +1 at the moment. All right, well, here comes... He is pretty far. Let's see. Back in supply. TLO's been actually droning up at will, doing a pretty good job of that. Oh, double Stargate. That's what the resources and decreased supply was. He actually shows those gateways to that Overlord. I'm not sure where he's putting those Stargates. Oh, wow, all the way in the back. Yep,
this will be interesting because there is a Spire from TLO. Okay. Now, if Classic.Prime decides to double produce Phoenixes and Chrono Boost those out of there, he could conceivably make enough Phoenixes to handle the Mutalisks. Oh, and the Overseer is going to see it, no problem as well.
Yeah.
So is this going to cause TLO to change his tech, or is he going to go ahead and stick with the Mutalisks? He stopped.
He stopped. They're just out of his vision. If he even saw that pylon,
oh, he turned around.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
okay,
no.
He's turning around again. He's got to see him.
Hopefully, don't stop. Don't stop.
And there we go.
All
right.
2
Stargates, so he knows that his Phoenix is being produced as well. So
right.
Yeah, he'll know. So will this change TLO's tech? I'll have to kind of wait and see because, yeah, you can produce a ton of Mutalisks, but Phoenixes do pretty well against Mutalisks as well. So,
well,
I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I can see him sticking with Mutalisks.
It could very well. He's got quite a bit of gas saved up at the moment. It'd be hard for him to move to anything else right now. And
man, those build fast.
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, we already have 2 more just about to pop out.
Now,
we have a 3rd base coming up for TLO, though, along with an Evolution Chamber at the moment, and +1 air attacks.
Yep. Now, the thing is, look at how well this is timed. 3 Overlords popping out right as the Spire finishes, can go right into Mutalisk production immediately.
Yeah.
But not all the Overlords finished, though, so he still is a little bit held back by that. There we go. Good idea, trying a big Ling counterattack to try to keep the pressure on Classic.Prime as he moves out with these Phoenixes here.
And we'll see if there's enough anti-air sitting up for TLO to go ahead and hold this back on Classic side of things. Yeah, you are absolutely right. 12 Mutas popping up in addition. Let's see here. And TLO only attacking with a few units up at the front. He allows his forces to be voluntarily split up, and that's a lot of Lings killed there.
Yep, wasn't really paying attention, was looking at something else on the map at the time. But the thing with TLO is that if he can get enough Mutas out, and then get, a good engagement with the Phoenixes. If the Phoenixes are clumped up, Mutalisks kill them very, very quickly. But, all right, is that clumped up enough? Yeah, looks like he's got just barely enough units. This is a very dangerous time for TLO. There will be a moment where I feel like Mutalisks will be better than Phoenixes. And in general, too, if you're a Protoss player that's just producing Phoenixes and only that, that's not really going to win you games a lot of times. So we're in this kind of weird situation where it's kind of like this air war, where basically both players are trying to, they're trying to outproduce each other. But I feel like in the end, Mutas are better than Phoenixes in large numbers.
Oh, one Phoenix goes down a second, down to just 6 hit points. Looks like a couple of Mutas did fall in return, and I guess you've seen the patch notes as well for the new patch, the upgradable 6-range Phoenixes.
That'll make a huge, huge difference in this matchup, and I'm sure that's why they're doing it too. Being on the Fleet Beacon, it's still a ways off. I mean, Fleet Beacons are very expensive. Plus the upgrade, so I wonder if they'll make that cheaper. But Mutalisks starting to do some harassment here now. And is it going to be enough Phoenixes for TLO? Oh, the Phoenixes got a little bit close.
Whoa, yeah, but 3 Mutalisks died pretty quickly.
Was it 3? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that bounce damage, though. It's working pretty well against the Phoenixes.
Yeah, a couple of Phoenixes very low on health. One at just 1 hit point at the moment. No, Mutalisk, what are you doing out there? 2 more Phoenixes falling down again, though. But, not a good rally on those Mutalisks. And they're just getting picked apart.
I don't think that TLO has enough Mutas out, really. I don't think he's going to be able to produce fast enough now. Oh, no, Mutalisks just being really misrallied, too. He's lost like 4 of them that way as well. Oh, there goes another one. TLO.
Thank you. We see it. Yes.
TLO.
Oh, no.
And Mutalisk is like, I feel a little bit insecure being out here by myself. All right, so we've got a lot more Mutas on the way for TLO, but I don't know. It's just going to be so tough to take on that group of Phoenixes now.
Yeah, it really is. That's getting pretty overwhelming. And look at this. Classic is... Okay, now he's producing some more. I was going to say he's cut production for a while, investing in a lot of ground upgrades and such with Blink and that coming up. Overlord's falling as well. Looks like TLO's just a little bit rattled at the moment.
Classic.Prime really knowing the metagame here and being like, yeah, I know a lot of Zergs are going Mutalisk on this map, so I'm just going to go for a ton of Phoenixes. And he can make, you know, a good group of Phoenixes like this. As you can see, TLO's kind of giving up on Mutalisk production. That's for some reason just like one Mutalisk at a time out on the map here for TLO, but a little bit more harassment going on, but that's not able to cause a whole lot of damage. TLO's going to need to think of something else to do.
Oh, yeah. And in a hurry.
Yeah. Now, behind all this, Classic.Prime's been getting upgrades for his ground.
Yes.
TLO's starting his, but Classic.Prime is ahead. He's also been getting Blink, too, so he's going to have a decent sort of gateway force to follow this up, and those Phoenixes can still come in handy to lift important units for him later on. So this is something that Classic.Prime will be able to transition out of a little bit easier than TLO will be.
And TLO actually just going after mass Lings now. 77 on the field. He's flooding in a bunch more. Every available larva basically is going towards those. We do have Spore Crawlers coming up as well. There's a bunch of Banelings being morphed in now with +1, or actually 1/1 on the way. Oh, look at how quickly they just rip through drones as well. Even takes a loss of a Phoenix there, but it's not that big of a deal to him.
Yep. A lot of Phoenixes.
Yeah, certainly. And let's see, he's going to run his way, or TLO's going to run his way in now with a few Lings just kind of check out the situation. And that's not a ton of ground units. They are well upgraded, but not a ton of ground units. Classic has not seen this base, but now he will.
There's a big attack right there.
Oh, yes, there is. Banelings rolling in from behind as well. And looks like they don't know what to go after. Now going to make their way into these Zealots, where they'll be pretty effective. And then buildings afterwards, they do crash through the front wall. We're going to see if they can start doing some economic damage.
Yeah, because the Forge as well, so that was kind of a nice score there. The drones do get away in time, or the probes do get away in time. But a couple Lings get in there. Stopping the upgrades for Classic.Prime was exactly what TLO needed to at this point. Yep.
Well, let's see. He's flooding in with so many Lings afterwards, just going into that mass Ling style now with a bunch of Banelings coming up afterwards as well.
Well, this is really interesting. He's saying, all right, you can have the air. I'm just going to make a huge amount of Lings and Banelings and catching some units off guard. Classic.Prime needs to be so careful here right now. Oh, TLO, speaking of being careful, man.
Yeah,
that
really
is not careful.
And let's see here. He's but here come the Banelings in from behind now. No AoE, of course, out for Classic at all. So the Banelings are just going to try and roll through and hit as many units as they possibly can. Some Stalkers dying, but a nice job by Classic to split up his forces and utilize Blink there to minimize the damage. TLO just continuing to flood in more and more and more Lings, though. These Phoenixes, however, are just picking up a bunch in the middle of the map as well, because what else do they have to utilize their energy on?
Yeah, looks like he's harassing down at that base as well, but I don't know. I mean, despite the little damage that TLO is doing, I don't think he's going to be able to break Classic.Prime at this point.
That was just an absurd amount of units killed. That was actually insane.
He just depopulated the base,
Yeah, it's done.
And a little bit of a miss rally again for TLO. Wow, big miss rally. He's had a problem with his rallies here in this game. Look at that, more Mutalisks going in there as well. Not the most efficient. And I don't know. I mean, with Blink, it's going to be pretty tough for TLO to really connect with those Banelings like he wants to.
Well, we'll see if he can find a way to make his way back into things.
No.
But Classic making his way out, catching the Banelings before they finish up, and even blinking up and trying to draw some of the Banelings back out. Oh, look at that, picking them up individually. See ya later. Those are not going to stand a chance. TLO down. Now 60 supply to his opponent.
And interestingly enough, if you click on those Phoenixes, you will notice that Banelings do not do damage to air units when they're lifted up like that. Little known fact, yeah.
That is true.
Those Phoenixes took no damage from that.
All right. Well, a few more units rolling around the outside there. But now that's really not a lot at all, and that's basically all that TLO has left on the field. You see 113 Lings somewhere. There they are for the most part, but he would need the perfect engagement right now to be able to save this base.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yep, fourth base definitely going down for TLO. Big counterattack on the way, though.
Yeah, so he's going to counterattack. It looks like already Classic is retreating with a few units. There's a few Photon Cannons up at the front. We'll see if anything can get done over here at the third. 5 Photon Cannons. Probes being pulled off the line, actually engaging. Those Photon Cannons are going to die pretty quickly. Classic trying to run in with the rest of his Phoenixes, now starting to just pick up whatever he possibly can and kill as many Lings as possible.
Good job by Classic.Prime to use hold position on his drones, too, to make the Zerglings not attack them. He definitely kind of held off and saved those last 2 cannons until the rest of his units got there.
Yeah, a few more Lings are starting to run in now. They do get us around. Classic will need to blink those away. He does. Trying to run back to the rest of his units right now. Once again, just picking up as many Zerglings as possible with those Phoenixes.
You need a lot more energy for that.
Yes, but TLO did just lose. The third base he constructed in this game is going to try another big counterattack here, and we'll see. Oh, already Archon's being morphed in with enough photon cannons there. That shouldn't make a difference. However, Lings are doing damage at the third.
Yep. And if he can get that last Archon, does he get them?
See, no.
Taking a lot of damage from those.
Yeah, but the Phoenixes are just funneling into the natural now. So many Overlords are dying. TLO is just not going to be able to produce anything once this is done. A bunch of units running up the front as well. The Zealots haven't attacked quite yet, but the Stalkers are blinking back behind them, so they will be able to.
Yep, Spinecrawler's finishing right now, but I don't think it's going to be enough for TLO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that is about all she wrote now. GG called by TLO, and the man who takes 3 games from Prime has gone down now. Classic. Quite a good double Stargate play there.